Okay, so it's looking good, but I need to now add some text to this cover. So it's going to be very simple. I've got some brush strokes, I've got an image that I've manipulated, and I'm going to add the actual name of the magazine. So to add text to your document, you use this A tool here in the toolbox. So if you select the A tool, you'll get a cursor up on your screen. And it's a simple matter of click and drag to create a text area, a text box. And once that text box is created, you can just start typing. So I'm going to call my magazine Macro Mag with a full stop at the end. At the moment my text is incredibly small, so I need to highlight it all. And I've got this little floating panel which gives me some quick access to text formatting options, or across in my tool options panel, which I still had open from before, I now have more options on how to change the format of my text. So I'm just going to go and increase the font size. I'm going to make it something like 200 pixels. So it's big. I'll make it a bit bigger. 300 pixels, nice and big. And when it comes to the typeface itself, if you know the typeface you want to use, you can just highlight the name of the typeface, the font, and I can just type in the first letters of the font and it'll pop down. If you don't know, however, go across to the tool options panel and you'll see this little AA button. If you click that button, you'll get a list of all the fonts installed on your computer. I'm going to go for American Typewriter Bold. I can also change the color here by clicking on this little color swatch box, and I'm going to go for something that's kind of a magenta. Okay. And once you're done, you can simply change your tool. Now if I go to the layers panel, you'll see that I now have a new layer. It's called Macro Mag, and it's got this little icon of the T symbol, text symbol. And if I use, for example, the move tool now, I can move that text around. Now you just got to be a little bit careful where you click and drag. If you see my cursor has a little hand symbol on it, well, if I click and drag now, it's actually moving the background layer. So I'll just undo that, edit menu, undo, and I've got to look for this little move cursor symbol. So if I move my cursor over the top of the text itself, I get the little move icon, and I can now click and drag, and that'll allow me to move just the text into position that I want it to move to. You can also use your arrow keys for fine-tuning the positioning. So there's the name of the macro mag, and I want some issue details, so I might grab the text tool again and I'll create a little text box up the top, and I'm just going to say issue 1 June. I'm just going to highlight all that text, and my panel's kind of floating off the top of the window here. It's not a problem though, I can always access it in the tool options here. So I'm going to make that 150 pixels, and I'm going to make it like maybe a grey or something like this, a light grey. Changing back to my move tool, I can then look for my cursor to change, and I can move that text into position about there. And there's my document, finished, ready to go.